Welcome back, everyone, to yet another episode of Inside the Leader's Mind. Today, we are joined by someone who has been playing a key role in shaping Tech Mahindra's
Next Gen Verticals.
and future ready tech vision. Please join me in welcoming Kunal Purohit, President
Next Gen Verticals.
at Tech Mahindra. Thank you, Kunal, for joining us today. Let's dive straight into the questions.
Sure. Hi, Diksha, thanks for the opportunity. Looking forward to our conversation.
The first question goes back. AI is evolving almost every week. As a leader, how do you personally stay ahead of these rapid shifts?
Yeah, it's an important question because the pace of change is so fast. I look at 4 avenues to keep myself abreast of what's happening. Number one, I look to read a lot because there's so much content out there that can give you insights. Second avenue I look up to is the producers of technology themselves. So we partner with many of these companies like Microsoft, Google, AWS, and many such technology players who have platforms and tools that enable the AI journey for SDLC, for operations, for enterprise function automation. And staying close to what they are thinking of is very, very beneficial. The third avenue I look towards is the customers themselves, because ultimately we have to implement all this for customers and not just do it for the sake of technology, but also create business outcomes from that. And last but not the least, I look up to so many of our own colleagues and team members who are creating these solutions based on AI. We all know Techem is one of only 8 SI companies in the country at the moment, and the only SI to have been selected by the India AI mission. And we are creating a language model with the end use case of education that will enable last mile solution for people. So there is so much getting created, and it kind of helps learn from there. And so these 4 avenues I look up to every day and try and keep myself updated in terms of what's happening.
There's a lot of excitement around AI today. In your view, are we overestimating its impact on tech service industry, and what will remain our USP going forward?
It's an interesting question. Some people call it the existential question. I don't think we are overestimating the impact. AI has the potential to really redefine the business models for the industry. We are already seeing some of those shifts happen. And because it's a general purpose technology, so the proliferation will be significant. We have seen several such waves or similar waves in the past. And the industry always was challenged 10 years back. They said with the advent of cloud, the IT services industry will go down because everything will go to cloud. But we realized that customers have built lots of stacks over the duration of their enterprise being in existence and growth. And the environment, the tech stack is fairly complex. It's not easy to infuse an AI component and deliver the outcome straight away. There is hallucination, there is a lot of integration required. And therefore, I believe that the USP of our industry will continue to be, instead of just being an SI partner, we'll all become an AI SI partner. And that would mean that we're enabling organizations to modernize to become agentic or AI-centric. They have this legacy stack, and then there is a future stack. The USP of our industry will be to help them move from A to B. And in terms of operating model, that's what I call as the shift from being traditional in the operating model to digital to cognitive, and then ultimately autonomous. Cognitive is where there's a lot of data being used to become intelligent about your customers, about your business processes, and then the shift using AI to become autonomous. So that's where the USP will be, to help modernize customers' environment using AI and delivering the outcomes for them.
I have another question here. The fear around AI replacing job is very real, and it's something very trending everywhere. Everybody is talking about it. But as someone building AI products and platforms, do you think the industry is doing enough to reskill talent, or are we moving faster than people can adapt?
I think the answer to this question is it always takes two to tango, right? So yes, there will be job displacements. The two to tango aspect is that the individuals, all of us in the industry, people who are associated with some of the services component in the industry will have to rapidly reskill themselves, right? There is enough and more avenues available to take advantage of and reskill themselves, find time to create agents. Today, there are so many platforms available where you can build agents using natural language. You can use natural language to create websites, do multiple things. So the technology is becoming easier for people with even no tech background to deploy. But it is up to the individual to also take that first step. And we have to, as individuals, move away from being shy and test out these whole new technologies. They are easy to implement. Second is, what is the industry doing to reinvent and provide that avenue, right? So as I said, there is a ton of platforms that are getting created which enable people to train themselves. TechM, for example, has the 4-tier AI proficiency training where everybody in the company should go through that. It provides career progression across those 4 levels, as well as it gives you enough training material so that you can kind of consume and become more AI centric. And AI proficiency index has 4 layers, as I said. Starts with white belt, where basic automation techniques are taught, and then it goes to blue, brown, and black. We have only 2 black belts in the company, so it's a fairly stringent process. But as you progress through the hierarchy of these 4 layers, you also grow in stature, you also grow in your career. Customers recognize you. So if you're a black belt, you are a champion of implementing AI for the customer. You understand the deeper details. And we hope that in the next 18 months, everybody has gone through one training or the other. Today we are at 57% and we expect it to become 100% very soon. I just took one example. There are several such examples where there are more and more avenues to kind of upscale.
That's really satisfying as an audience, whoever is going to listen this, that we shouldn't fear from AI. We have to embed AI in our lives and go through upskilling.
We have been fearless in our industry. When the Y2K era started, we went into production systems and changed the code there. We went through this cycle of infrastructure management being done remote, and it was not heard of. Every infrastructure system was on-site and on-prem, and we kind of moved it offshore. So as an industry, we have been fearless and we should continue to be fearless.
Beyond AI, which other tech should we be keeping a close eye on?
With AI, for example, I'm seeing a huge trend of increasing the security posture within the enterprise. So a lot of customers are saying that, hey, if I have to have AI agents drive actions, we have to make sure that the access to the AI agents is secure and the overall security posture within the enterprise should increase or improve. And therefore, I'm seeing a significant uptick in the cybersecurity services across enterprises. So that's one area where I see some things happening. There is a lot of innovation happening in new technology that can reduce energy consumption. Some of those will also start to become quite, frontier in the way they will get used. And because with more and more use of AI, there is more and more need of energy consumption. And if there are technologies that can reduce that, then it helps the value chain across. So that's a second example. I'm also seeing slowly but surely quantum become mainstream. The ability to kind of drive some of this complex problem that can be solved, whether it is related to healthcare, whether it is related to logistics, some of these problems can be resolved better and faster using quantum techniques compared to the traditional AI techniques.
Are you an early morning thinker or a late night strategist?
I travel 20 days a month and many times overseas. So this early morning, late evening, it's all getting blended in. I'm very infamous at home because of some of these things, but if I have to be thinking, then I rather wake up early and use the early hours to put some thought.
If technology hadn't happened with you, what's one profession you think you would have genuinely enjoyed pursuing?
I have always been a sports person at heart. So if it were not the profession that I'm currently having, I would have picked up a sport and had that as profession. It would have been either cricket or maybe swimming or one of these sports. I was good at badminton as well.
Moving on to the last question. You joined Tech Mahindra in 2021. If you had to describe your journey here so far in just one sentence, what would it be?
The last 4 years have been quite fulfilling in terms of the work I've done. Most people look for meaningful work in their work life, and I've been very lucky to get into things which are fairly meaningful for the company and for myself, driving transformation using modern technology, driving business to a scale. Today we are a $2 billion business unit that I drive, and therefore it's been quite meaningful, and I wake up every day and dive straight into what needs to be done.
That was fantastic, Kunal. Thank you for giving us a glimpse into thinking beyond Tech Mahindra's next gen vision and a lot of insights on tech as well. And to everyone watching, stay tuned for more conversation, more insights, and more leaders who inspire. Because at TechCamp, we are hashtag
Limitless together.
together.